Hi Titans! It's that time of year again to select your classes for next school year. Please remember that you are selecting classes for the entire year. As you prepare to pick your classes for next school year, please refer to this slide. You will see classes that are required by grade level. Below that, you will see the recommended courses that will prepare you for A to G requirements. And you will note that health is a graduation requirement and that it can be taken at any grade. In terms of choosing your classes, you must make 15 total selections for the entire school year. When you are choosing your selections, remember that an off-roll counts as a selection. In the examples below, Draw and Paint 1 is 1 selection, Biology 1-2 is 2 selections, and Spanish 1-2-3 is 3 selections. Off-roll, period 5 in trimester 1 is 1 selection. Remember, after you fill out your form, you must enter your selections within the online portal. Remember, you must use the course numbers on the course request form and do not search by course title. If you do not use the course numbers on the CRF, it may cause an error in your selections. Please note when you are choosing a 2-part course like Integrated Math 1A and 1B, there are 2 course numbers. When you are choosing a 3-part course, there will be 3 course numbers to input. Here is an example of the course request form. As you can see, each section is divided by A to G requirements. Please note that Career Technical Education classes, also known as CTE, have a separate category on the CRF form and can fulfill various A to G requirements. Pay attention to the symbols next to each class. Note in certain subject areas such as math, world language, etc., you have the option to choose a 2-trimester or 3-trimester course sequence. As shown on the example CRF, Integrated 2A, 2B is a 2-trimester sequence. Integrated 3B and College Algebra 1, 2 is a 3-trimester sequence. With those examples, note that 2 trimesters is equal to a year of a subject, while 3 trimesters is equal to a year and a half of a subject. Here is an example of how to complete your CRF. Depending on your grade level, you may be pre-enrolled in English and history. This student is an 11th grader, so they are pre-enrolled in American literature and U.S. history. This student would like to stay in U.S. history, so they indicated a 2 in the column to the right. This student has decided to take AP English Language instead of American Lit, which is a 3-trimester course commitment, so they indicated a 3 to the right of the subject area. Don't forget, you will also have to delete the American Lit course numbers and add the correct course numbers for AP English Language as listed on the CRF form when you input it online. This student has also selected Integrated 3A, 3B, and they indicated a 2 in the column to keep track of their selections. Once you have tallied all of your selections on each page of your CRF, be sure your total selections equals 15. It must equal 15, no less, no more. If you do not do so, the computer will select classes for you.
When completing your CRF, read all your instructions. It will answer the basic questions you may have about completing your CRF. Consult your teachers about what classes are right for you. This is particularly important when choosing the appropriate math level or any advanced or AP coursework. Remember, your parent signature is required to complete your CRF. If you have requested any AP classes, a completed and signed AP agreement is required. If you are enrolled in multiple APs, only one agreement is required. There are supplemental forms for students who are an ELL or English language learner or are in special education courses. One last word of advice. don't forget to select alternate classes. This is especially important for electives because they are not guaranteed. If you do not provide alternates, the system will select them for you. You can list your alternate choices on the last page of the CRF. Last but not least, use the resources on the Poway High website where you can find the course catalog, 4-year plan, and this PowerPoint for your reference. The purpose of an academic tutor is to help students become independent learners in the classroom. An AT must be academically strong in the subject they assist, have over a 3.0 GPA, be a strong and effective communicator with peers as well as teachers, and be patient and willing to work with other students. This course is open to 11th and 12th graders. Students will be assigned to teachers based on student skill level and the need in the subject area, such as High School English 1 or Integrated Math 1. Some examples of what you will do as an AT will be tutoring students one-on-one, facilitating a small group, and anything that will enhance students' learning as directed from your teacher. There is also an opportunity to be an AT in a science classroom. This is a leadership position where you will plan and conduct lessons. You will assist in the daily activities in the classroom, which include assisting in the safe use of lab equipment and setting up labs. In addition, you will also be mentoring and tutoring students.
If you are a sophomore and considering taking AP European History, there will be an info session at night. When considering this course, it is highly recommended that you go to the information session to learn more about the course expectations before committing to requesting this course. Please remember that this is a college-level course. As such, it really requires the student to take initiative for their learning. Check the CRF instructions for the date and time of the information session. Poway High offers many CTE pathways. If you're interested in the CTE engineering courses, there is also an informational night. Please attend and learn more about the program. Check the CRF instructions for date and time. To ensure a successful school year, choose classes with your strengths in mind. Select classes that are an appropriate level for your skill and what your teacher recommends. When considering a rigorous course, this is especially true. It makes sense to take a demanding course when you are prepared and passionate about the subject. It is important to have a balanced schedule. Consider your commitments outside of school, including sports, extracurricular activities such as a club, church, community involvement, or even a part-time job. It is key to have time for rest, sleep, and to connect with the important people in your life. With a balanced schedule, you're creating time for school, other activities, your family, and most importantly, you. To complete your course requests and be recognized within the system, you are required to 1. Return a completed and signed CRF form to your homeroom teacher. This must include your parent's signature. If you selected an AP course, you will also need to turn in one completed and signed AP agreement. 2. Make a copy of your CRF for your own record. And 3. Input your course requests online. Keeping a copy of your CRF is important. Your copy is a reference for when you input your course requests online. A copy also serves as a helpful reminder in case you have forgotten or think there is an error. Dates and deadlines are in the instructions. Look at your instructions now. Circle and highlight these dates for your awareness, and write down these deadlines in your planner or calendar so you do not forget.
In addition to your 15 selections, students have the option to take online courses through the PUSD Virtual School. Most of these courses are run on a trimester schedule. Please note, courses with an asterisk require a mandatory lab once a week. This opportunity is open to all high school students in the district, therefore limited space is available, and not all students get into the course requested. It is also important to be aware that course offerings are scheduled to change based on funding. If you are interested in requesting an online course, please refer to the specific section on your CRF to do so. If you are selected for a course, you will receive a notification at the end of the school year. Be mindful when enrolling in AP courses. An AP course that begins in trimester 1, College Board requires you to buy an exam by November. Tests purchased or canceled after that time require a $40 fee. If your AP course starts in trimester 2, College Board requires you to buy an exam by March. Any test purchased or canceled after March will require a $40 fee. Additionally, any test purchased but not taken during the testing period will incur an additional $40 fee. Each of you received a copy of your transcript. Please take a moment to review it at this time and check that everything looks accurate. If you see any errors or have questions, please see your counselor. Now, take a look at the credit summary box, which highlights the graduation requirements by subject area. Moving from the left, the first column is required. This will be the same for all students, which shows 230 credits needed to graduate. The next column is completed. This shows all of the courses you have completed with total credits earned at the bottom of the column. The next column is work in progress. This shows all of the courses you are currently enrolled in, and the last column is needed, showing if you have any additional courses you still need to complete. Please note, if you pass a minimum of 4 classes a trimester or 12 classes a year, you will most likely be on track. However, if you are uncertain, we recommend meeting with your counselor. If summer school is needed, your counselor will address this with you in your audit meeting. It is for remediation only. If you feel you may need summer school or have any questions, please speak with your counselor. Please don't stress. Remember, you will have a one-on-one meeting with your counselor to review your CRF selection in the spring. You are welcome to see your counselor anytime outside of class. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. We want to ensure a successful CRF process for each of you, so please use your counselor as a resource. Thank you for your time, Titans.